WEFUNK. We funk.
Correct. And I think we're covering all the best pictures, a lot of things. Should we take a closer look now at our personal picks?
Should we get into the official Geeked Up, the 225th annual Geeked Up Oscars picks? Now, by the way, I'd like to point out, have nailed 3 years in a row. Your boy Big LW has nailed the Best Picture award, all right? Where last year, of course, I nailed it for Parasite, where I believe you loved Parasite as well, but I believe you had Jojo Rabbit, which I think you liked Parasite more, but thought they were going to give it to Jojo Rabbit. I liked Jojo Rabbit more, but thought they were going to give it to Parasite because I didn't think there was going to be like a fucking Nazi on stage to give the Oscar speech. But so I had Parasite last year. Then the year before that, of course, I had Green Book, whereas you took Bo Rap, I believe. And then the year before that, I had Shape Out of Water. The Guillermo del Toro pick. I haven't got one wrong since I fucking missed out on La La Land. And of course, as we all remember, that's the one stupid Warren Beatty announced as La La Land. And then it was Moonlight one. Yes. But so I was so close to getting... but
that should still be a half a point.
Yeah, for real. But so all the way back to La La Land for me to not get a nail the Oscar winner for Best Picture. However, this year I'm not as confident, honestly. I feel much more even field, and I guess we'll get into our picks now, but we won't start off with the Best Picture, obviously.
No, we'll go in the same order as we were going to do it. So we'll start with, let's say, Best Supporting Actress, all right? Best Supporting Actress. Who do we got?
So I mean, I guess for right off the bat, the lead story here is the girl from Borat. What amazing performance. Usually comedic performances like that don't get recognized by the Academy. However, the fact that he almost got Giuliani to rape her on film, I got a feeling I think we said it at the time. If anything's going to win you points with the Academy, it's impaling the career of Giuliani. As well, Glenn Close is up for it, though. Always...
Yeah, but like I said, she was also nominated for a Razzie for that same role.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, very.
I was going to say always stiff competition, but but for my ultimate pick though, I gave a spoiler alert before, a teaser alert before, but I'm going Lauren Lapkus in Wrong Missy. And again, just to fill you in for our official Geeked Up picks, we're not shackled down to the constraints of the Academy. We'll give you who we think the Academy is going to pick, and I guess I do think that the girl from Borat will win. However, my pick, honestly, best supporting performance by an actress. Who do you think is going to? I guess you'll get your pick in a minute. But I honestly, though, not joking around, I fucking loved Wrong Missy. I thought that was my introduction to Lauren Lapkus. I thought she was fucking hilarious. It's tough to get me laughing in a rom-com like that, and for a lady to outshine Spade and really carry the movie for me. I fucking loved that performance. So I'm giving Lauren Lapkus for Wrong Missy the Geeked Up Award, the Geeked Up Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in a Film. However, I think the stupid Academy is going to go for Bulgarian girl from Borat.
Interesting, very interesting. Because I didn't go outside of the box in this one, but who I want to win would be the girl from Borat. But who I think is going to win is going to be the grandma from Minari.
Okay,
I don't think there's any chance in hell that the girl from Borat's going to win.
I mean, it's definitely rooting for the
crazy that you think that's going to happen.
Well, give us the noms again, actually. Do you have the noms handy again?
I do. I'm right here. So the nominations are Maria Baklava for Borat, Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman for The Father, Amanda Seyfried for Mank, and then Yoo Jung-yoon for the grandma in Minari.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. Actually, I forgot about the grandma from Minari. I'm sticking with my girl from Borat. However, you're probably onto something with the grandma.
Yeah,
and well deserved. She was great, dude.
And I hope she comes out on character and does the moon dance on stage.
Yeah, right. But honestly, I would after seeing Borat, I thought that I couldn't possibly be rooting for anybody harder than the girl from Borat. However, grandma from Minari, I would be just as happy with, to be perfectly honest. So,
So then I guess moving on then to Best Supporting Actor. All right. I guess I'll run through the guys again.
I'll let you run through the noms this time.
Okay, we got Sacha Baron Cohen for Trial Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr. for One Night in Miami, Paul Raci for Sound of Metal. He was like the guy that ran the rehab. And then Lakeith Stanfield for Judas and Black Messiah. Which, off the bat, I'm going to say something weird. Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Stanfield, neither of them were.
I was going to say, am I wrong when you said Lakeith Stanfield, or didn't you already mention Daniel Kaluuya or whatever his name is? So they're both supporting actors?
Yeah, so who's the lead in this fucking
Wow,
flick?
we should have thrown that in there with our snubs earlier. And again, unfortunately, neither one of us have seen that yet. We both plan on it.
Because, look, it's the same thing that happened 2 years ago, or it was last year, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was a weird thing to do, but in the end, Leo was the lead.
Yeah, they had to choose somebody. I mean,
even though you could have coin flip. This one, there's like, they're both supporting. Like, what, each other? Who's the fucking...
I know, seriously. Wow, that's interesting. We should have brought that up earlier, but and again, we haven't seen that. So I would hope one of them wins, then, for fuck's sake. But
that's my. If I'll go first, I think that one of them are going to win it. One of the two of them. But what I want is Chadwick Boseman for his role into Five Bloods as Storm and Norman.
Okay,
right?
Storm and Norman from you're sticking
Norman
with your
from the
pick
Five
from
Bloods.
fucking last November or whenever the fuck that movie came out.
Yeah. Correct.
But I mean, definitely would be well worthy for a performance. He wasn't in it for that long necessarily, but long enough to win a supporting actress, supporting actor rather. And great job. I probably will amend my actual pick, like you said, to either Lakeith Stanfield or the other guy from Judas and the Black Messiah. However, out of the movies that I've seen, I would say Leslie Odom from One Night in Miami over Sacha Baron Cohen, again, from the standpoint where he does amazing singing in that movie. And I don't know if I know Leslie Odom, of course, is a singer. He's the guy from fucking Hamilton, the guy that played Aaron Burr, whatever, in Hamilton. But he's is a rapper, singer, musician. So I'm not sure if he was actually singing that or how much of that is, the sound editing award goes to. But
I think of the guy from Hamilton. I can only imagine he's probably singing.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing some real deal Sam Cooke singing in this one though. So but he did a great job. He was easily, I felt, he was like a head and shoulders above all of the other actors in that circle. The guy that played Malcolm X, the guy that played Muhammad Ali, and the guy that played Jim Brown, and as Devin called it, the Avengers of the Civil Rights Avengers for the made-up story of. I mean, it's a made-up story. It's a funny line, real people, of course, but he was easily the best actor from those four, anyway. So I would, without seeing Judas and Black Messiah, I would give it to him. However, I've got another nomination, however, from a movie. Shout out to Netflix and chat. But how about Robert Pattinson for Devil All the Time? He was the fucking evil preacher, the evil fucking preacher in Devil All the Time. Great call, right? That was and me and you really liked that. That was a fucking bone chilling kind of character. You know what I mean? Fucking hated that fucking douche in that movie. Yeah. So great call for him.
He played it so well.
However, kind of in similar vein to you, and I already teased it, but I'm going to the 8-year-old in Minari. Fucking my favorite supporting actor out of any movie of the year. But if it's not going to Chadwick Boseman, I'm giving it to the 8-year-old from Minari as the big LW Oscar for 2021 rather.
Yeah, I like that. Bring us along then to the Best Actress category. We'll run through it again, even though we've done it a couple times now because it's I'd say the biggest powerhouse one. But we got Viola Davis for Ma Rainey, Andrea Day for United States versus Billie Holiday. Vanessa Kirby for Pieces of a Woman. There it is right there. Frances McDormand, Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman.
Okay, as well, the lady Viola Lewis or whatever her name is from Ma Rainey. I know that movie, like I was talking, was really kind of stole the show by Chadwick Boseman, who absolutely did. But her, she is another unforgettable, fucking just dark, evil, and she's they're painting out to be, she's victimized by the fucking culture around her and has turned her into this fucking hard bitch of a personality. But Ma Rainey is a character that you'll never forget as being wow, that is a fucking bitch. You do not want to cross that fucking goddamn Ma Rainey. She was amazing as a fucking makes your skin crawl, run the other way when fucking Ma's coming kind of character, you know? So scary, powerful character. So she was really well deserved a nomination for sure as well. I don't think with Andra Day and Frances McDormand standing up in there, I don't know if she's going to take it, but I've got another nomination as well from outside. 2 nominations, actually, from outside the flock. But one big shout-out to Ted's daughter, of course, from Bill and Ted's Bogus, whatever the fuck the third one was. But whatever the girl that I liked from that movie was that was listening to, like, The Dead from 74 in the fucking first scene, major points to her. But on a more serious note, a great performance in a great indie film, Kajillionaire, by Evan Rachel Woods from Westworld. Carrying a great movie, fucking like a black comedy. But she was she did a great job in Kajillionaire as well, I'd say. It was one of my like fave movies that I've seen over the year. But Evan Rachel Woods, however, if I'm going to lead off with my pick, big shout out to Andra Day. Was absolutely amazing as Billie Holiday. I don't know how much of the singing you can give her points for because they can really sweeten it up in the post. So I'm going Frances McDormand for her second Oscar in 3 years, and I think probably her at least third overall with Fargo. But just really an amazing performance. You know, in every scene, much like Andra Day, you can't go wrong with either one of those picks, but I think the Academy will give it to Andra Day, however. How about that? I think the Academy will give it to Andra Day. I myself am going Frances McDormand for the Big LW Oscar 2021 pick.
I'm with you on that. I think and I want Frances McDormand to win. I think she is going to win it. Again, I haven't seen the other two, so I can't put it, but I just know that, like I was saying, the range of Frances McDormand is quite amazing. Like I said, I probably wouldn't have watched that movie had it been starring anybody else, or just believed it as much, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
definitely believed it as much. She's so, like, you know, unglamorous, with all best of respect to her, but she's able to pull off, fucking, you know, you believed her as a nomad. You know? My
geek choice is, it suffered from Coronaville and it never got released. It's getting released in July, but I'm already going to throw it out. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, hands down. Oh my God, what a great job she did.
Yeah. I mean, she definitely should have been up for a nomination by now because it should have been released.
I've been watching trailers for that movie.
Yeah,
I've been trailers for that movie for a year. I feel like I've got it down. I feel like
I think she wins an Oscar just for the trailer, honestly.
Yeah. But I think I think Frances McDormand's going to win it, and I want Frances McDormand to win.
Honestly, one thing that works against Frances McDormand, just for my like overthinking conspiracy theories: A, she just won it a couple years ago. B, she fucking gave a pretty shitty speech at the Globes. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't really care about getting the award. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And Andra Day, they get major points. It's a fucking super relevant, and you know what I mean?
That's very true.
It also might be foreshadowing to what I think the next one goes, but I think they might be throwing it to Andra Day for this one. Because of course we're going Mank for the actor, so say no more.
Because here we go.
For the riot to ensue after they give it to Mank.
Best lead actor role, Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman for Ma Rainey's, Anthony Hopkins for The Father, Gary Oldman for Mank, Stephen Yeun from Minari, and somehow neither of the guys from Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Which is still just, I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
But, I mean, we talked about it already. A real powerhouse, flock of nominations from the Academy. I got a couple other shout-outs for great performances, but how about McConaughey for The Gentleman? Remember early in the year? Fucking, it came out like right when Gross started, but it was a great movie. Guy Ritchie, we both loved it, but I never thought I'd like McConaughey more than the American drug dealer in England, but as well, the guy from Arch Enemy, what's his name? Fucking John Mangeliano or whatever, but from Arch Enemy. Got to give a big shout-out to him. He fucking did a great job in that movie, like the most fun superhero sci-fi movie of the year, and as like a deranged anti-hero. He was fucking great, so big shout out to him.
Dude, I'll throw out, just in vain of those movies, 2 supporting actors I would have thought of, both from those movies. or from each movie you talked of. Hugh Grant from The Gentleman, just playing like such a sleazy guy. Like if you didn't know that was Hugh Grant, you wouldn't know. And I also want to say Paul Scheer from Arch Enemy. He's in it for like 4 or 5 minutes, but really like sets up like the plot of like what's gonna happen and when everything goes sideways. And he's just this drugged out, tattooed fucking freak, and he's like so out of character for him, but it was so good. It was like definitely a scene
for sure.
Role.
That was a great role.
Like, dude, Paul Scheer's losing his fucking mind.
The bad guy. The Arch Enemy had a great Weasley bad guy as well.
Glenn Howerton, dude. Dennis from Always Sunny was the bad guy.
That was Dennis. Yes, yeah, you were 100% right. Dennis from Dennis from It's Always Sunny was the bad. I forgot that was Dennis from It's Always Sunny. Yeah, but he did a great job, like the Weasley bad guy. I forget. I only see those guys in their like It's Always Sunny fucking characters. If I see them, like if I see Charlie Day in makeup or anything, I'm like fucking
yeah.
Although I thought that the guy from Chicago Trial 7 looked just like Charlie Day.
Yeah, he did.
But I guess
so for the best actor noms, all right.
So who's your actual pick?
Here's what I say. Here's what I think. I think that the Oscars are going to give it to Chadwick Boseman, no doubt. I think it's a sure win. Who I want to win is I want to see Riz Ahmed take it. I just thought he was fucking spectacular in the movie, but
you have yet to see Ma Rainey though.
That's true.
So you got to see Ma Rainey before you make that call. But
that's true. But I do think Chadwick Boseman's going to get it.
And,
but honestly,
Riz Ahmed was amazing too. So.
Yeah, but who do I really want to win it, dude? Is of course our boy Delroy Lindo from
For
the
sure.
Bloods.
Geeked Up pick goes to Delroy Lindo, a combined Geeked Up pick, and I'm not even joking. Like, and I do hope Chadwick Boseman gets it. And if Delroy Lindo was nominated, I would still probably hope Chadwick Boseman gets it, not just for his performance, but just for the moment and the whole situation. But Delroy Lindo, not only do I feel was just an absolutely amazing performance, but I also feel like Delroy Lindo is probably not going to get another chance to win an Oscar for Best Actor, you know what I mean? And in terms of like a career fucking acknowledgement, he's been a great actor from Clockers and just a lot of he's a fucking lifelong character kind of actor, and to have him at least to get his fucking moment of approval and acknowledgement with the nomination, it's a crime that he did not. But I honestly feel like outside of Chadwick Boseman, even with Riz Ahmed, who was amazing, and even Gary Oldman was amazing, but I'm going Delroy Lindo, and to be perfectly honest,
100%. Yeah, like you said, not even joking around. Like, huge snub. Moving on then, I guess, to the Best Director category. All right, we got Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, David Fincher for Mank, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Emerald Fennelly, bam, for Promising Young Woman. This one's interesting, man. This was definitely different. I will say this, that we didn't talk about Another Round, but that's a foreign film that it's about, like, it's starring Mads Mikkelsen, and it's about like a bunch of like college professors who, like, I forget, they try and stay drunk for like a week or something like that.
Yeah. It's like a it's like a fucking stoner comedy with alcohol instead, but it's like a wild, like, fucking booze comedy. And I got a lot of. I do have a couple of foreign films. We'll get into the foreign films before. Real quick, I'll give you a pick before, the Best Picture. But in terms of the director, though, like we said before, I guess a sentimental favorite would be Fincher being up for there, and I really do feel like he did an amazing job with that movie. I didn't necessarily the only thing that I liked about it was the cinematography and the stuff going on with it, But and then some of the other movies, I really felt like Nomadland was, Chloe's, I felt that movie was so much about Frances McDormand's performance as opposed to the direction. Like, the landscape shots are pretty, but you're fucking standing in, what I mean, Yellowstone National Park. Of course it's going to be pretty, And then who are some of what were the other ones?
Emerald Fennelly for Promising Young Woman.
I mean, he's got a great shrimp recipe, but hated Promising Young Women. What was the next one?
It's Emerald, by the way. It's a lady who was the director of Promising Young Woman.
Okay, I see. It's not Emerald Lagasse, I see. But,
and then
Minari got directed
for Minari.
Okay,
yeah, correct.
I could see that. But I'm going David Fincher, and honestly, I feel David Fincher probably was the best. So I'm going to give it to the Academy. my pick for the Academy goes to David Fincher. However, the Geeked Up pick for Director of the Year, I'm going to my boy Alex Anderson for timing. And a big shout out. And definitely the trailer quote of the year goes out to the Geeked Up boys. But of course, and you can check out the episode of Alex Anderson on the Geeked Up podcast talking about his movie Timing starring Mike Cannon. But a sentimental, a heart-filled rom-com that'll have you laughing and also get you laid if you watch it with your girls. So check out Timing by Alex Anderson. Romantic at heart.
Big snub. Big snub.
Yeah, big snub.
I'm with you on the same sense that I do think David Fincher is going to win for Best Director. And like what you said, that movie just had like a lot of it was his directing in it. And yeah, I think sentimental favorite. I think maybe his only contender really in this category would be Lee Isaac Chung for Minari. You know what I mean? Like you said, I think Nomadland is more of a Frances McDormand's performance. But I will say, again, just kind of sticking with the theme, though, big snub from Spike Lee because a lot of the things I loved about The Five Bloods was like the Spike Lee element of it. I think we talked about when we did the Netflix and chat is that, like, if you didn't tell me who directed this movie, within like 20 minutes I could figure out that it's a Spike Lee joint, if you will. Like it. So,
there's so many different reasons why he did a great job from that movie, from how cool it was to look at, for the landscape shots in Vietnam, to the fucking, like I said, you know,
just the whole story in general.
Music,
was really
story in
interesting.
general. Yeah. It really like puts you in the mind frame of like a fucking like a losing his mind fucking noms vet. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I was Delroy Lindo for 2.5 hours. You know, like.
And then, but I do think Fincher is probably going to get it.
Yeah,
which is
and without Spike and with Spike and Anderson getting snubbed, I'm taking Fincher.
And let's not forget, I think huge snub again, Regina King for One Night in Miami. I think. I'm shocked.
For sure.
I'm shocked she didn't get a nomination. Which I guess would bring us down to the best picture of the year.
I mean, I got a couple other awards, though, real quick. We don't need to go through all the noms, but me and you both made a comment after watching Sound of Metal, sound mixing, sound editing. You can fucking write it home to Sound of Metal. And great job, like, was almost like Quiet Place with, like, that was a huge factor of the movie, was them going from fucking silent to ambient noise and all this stuff. How about for score? I know our boy Spike and the Cast of Five Bloods up for score, but as well as Trent Reznor is up for an Oscar for the score of Soul, and as well he worked with John Batiste. But Trent Reznor and John Batiste are, I guess, did the score for Soul, the Disney movie. Yeah. So Trent Reznor getting an Oscar. Fuck yeah.
Dude, what a time to be alive. He doesn't want to just fuck you like an animal anymore.
He's a fucking wins an Oscar for a Disney movie. And how about, unless there's another guy named Trent Reznor, which is like,
I doubt it.
But and then how about another one? Shout out again to Netflix and chat. But best original song goes to Eurovision and literally is nominated for best song. It's not even a geeked up pick. Like Will Ferrell and Eurovision. I don't know if it's Ya Ya Ding Dong or what fucking song, but up for the Academy Award for best original music is fucking Eurovision. So, and then a couple other like real ones, but the best doc I saw, again, I felt that Good Trouble by John Lewis, or with John Lewis, was a big snub for a fucking real uplifting one. But Octopus Teacher, I didn't see all the docs, but I did see Octopus Teacher, which is on Netflix, which was fucking great. And then I saw...
There's also the one... The documentary where it's the old guy going undercover as like a mole in the nursing homes looks fantastic. I haven't seen it, but it looks like...
That one looks great as well, yeah. Crip Camp is like the odds-on favorite, I feel, to win that one. And then I did see a foreign film, but White Tiger, which is on Netflix, fucking great.
Dude, so
really
kind
good.
of a funny story, and I won't go into too much anyway. I've had Thanksgiving with the director of that film.
What?
Without too much dick bragging. Yeah. He like
did
dates somebody.
Did Fezzi fucking direct that and come over and throw up? Did the director throw up on your fucking throw up in your house and take your sweater home?
No. But I'll talk to you about it off mic later.
Interesting.
But yeah,
dude, great. It was a great movie though. Try fucking see if we can get him on. And then we watched a couple other as well. Then we watched a couple other foreign films throughout the year. But The Hater and Cuties Both got snubbed.
Not cuties.
But I did watch another one that is nominated, actually. Better Days was a Chinese movie that's kind of like a blend of hater and cuties. It's like the pressure of like these Chinese testing, but it has, remember how like badass the punk kids and cuties were? These little Chinese fucking kids are fucking even worse than the cuties girls. But I'm going White Tiger though as my foreign film pick. White Tiger is fucking great on Netflix.
Agreed.
And another round looks great too, though. Another round looks like it'll be a fun one, though. So.
Yeah, it does. It does look like it'll be fun. But should that bring us then to the main show here? Like I said, we'll run through them one more time. We have The Father. We have Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of Chicago 7. A lot of contenders this one. If I'll go first, what I think is going to win the Best Picture this year, and like you said, I've been pretty much 0 for 3, and you've been on the nose with it. But I'm going to say, and I think it's the one I want to see win too, I'm going to say Minari wins it this year, man. I think Minari is going to be the big Best Picture winner. What do I want to see? We all know what I want to see win. The Five Bloods, baby. It was just because of the absolute audacity of it being so snubbed.
Yeah, no, for sure. And honestly, not even just it being so snubbed, but I really do feel after watching every movie, you know what I mean? Like, you watch the movie, what's your immediate feeling afterwards? I felt that The Five Bloods was like, I immediately thought it was the best, but I feel in a lot of ways it stuck with me the most, and it was like a lot more diverse than a lot of these other films. I think that the three that have, and again, for me, my sentimental choice is, of course, Mank, just because I root for chaos and I want to see everybody flip their shit when Mank wins at the end. But I think the only three that have a chance to win, to be honest, is Mank, and then I think it's a two-man race between Nomadland and Minari, even though I felt that Sound of Metal was great. I don't necessarily see it winning the Oscars, but I've got a really tough call. It's kind of a toss-up. Ultimately, I'm going to go with Nomadland.
Interesting.
Just because Frances McDormand's been there. Chloe Zhang. I think that it won the Globes as well, which is kind of playing into my decision. But I just don't know if Minari is, I just don't know if they're going to give the Oscar to Minari. It was a great movie, but I just feel that something about Nomadland might just be a little bit more relatable to an Oscar speech as well. It's directed by a Chinese, maybe American, or, Chloe Zhang is, I think, Chinese anyway, so there is like an Asian whole connection to the movie for the, current situation in America with all the anti-Asian violence. If that does play into the voters' minds, who knows? But ultimately speaking, I just think that kind of the coronavirus feel of it and all, like I said, I just feel like it's more of a best picture of the Oscars than Minari, even though I probably enjoyed Minari more. But Nomadland is where I think the Oscars are going. But I'm with you, dude, though, in all honesty. And my as well, First Cow, I honestly would recommend it to anybody. I really, really enjoyed it. I felt that my two favorite movies that I watched probably all year were First Cow and then Da 5 Bloods. And for me, you already said it. We already said it for the Geeked Up podcast long ago. But I really felt that was the best movie of the year. And like I said,
and we're talking favorite movies of the year. I'm with you on The Five Bloods, and instead of the other one, did you watch that I didn't? I'm going to say my second favorite movie of the year, big Hubie Halloween snub.
Yeah, I mean, Colin Quinn
I watched
for
that
cameo
movie
of the
like 5
year.
times. Yeah, I watched the movie like 5 times during October.
So for all that, though, we've talked about it enough. I don't need to give you more of an explanation on The Five Bloods, but that was my pick.
So Liam's now, if you guys are keeping score here, Liam's 3 for 3. He went with Nomadland. I haven't hit one yet. I'm thinking Minari is going to take it this year. I really like.
As well, I don't want to say this, but the fact that they gave it to Bong Joon-ho last year, I just kind of have a feeling that they're going to not necessarily vote for another full Korean staff and everything like that. Filmmakers, they're going to give it, I know that the anti-Asian thing is big right now. If you're thinking in any type of conspiracy term relevance for the voters of the Academy,
well,
that's why I think that
violence.
What's that?
said anti-Asian violence. We're not anti-Asian here. At the Geeked Up
yeah,
Podcast.
for sure, of course. But they Nomadland has the Chinese director, so it even has that going for it. You know what I mean? So I just feel that the Academy is going to give it to Nomadland. However, Minari was better, and The Five Bloods was even better than that. So.
Yeah, correct.
That's the way I look at it.
And the Five Bloods has everything. It's even got Chadwick Boseman if we want to be throwing out. It's got it all, baby.
Fucking goddamn movie had everything.
Yeah, I don't know what went wrong.
There was even a Creedence song, I'm pretty sure. Fucking, it ain't me, it ain't me. Every other Vietnam
it's a Vietnam
song.
movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. I gotta play Fortunate Son at least once.
Yeah.
WEFUNK. We funk.